guys, we are back again. So, not we, unfortunately. Cade could not make it this week. It's a busy man. Got some school, got some work, and the holidays coming. So, you can't blame him for it. Can't hate the man. Busy guy. So, the show must go on. It's episode 12. Honestly, there's so much to talk about for there not being games playing right now for college football. Obviously, there's some basketball going on, but this is probably the most I've ever had. So it's going to be a lot, but, it's a lot of important stuff, a lot of cool stuff. So let's just get straight into it. So National Signing Day was the day after we uploaded. Mistake by us, because last week was a little bit of a short video. This just threw it all out of whack. So the first thing, National Signing Day, like I said, the number one overall recruit on Rivals. I think he's 24/7 too, but number 2 on ESPN. So he's really good. He flipped his commitment from Florida State to Jackson State. He plays for Dion. He's a corner. I can't blame him. Dion, prime time. He's one of the greatest DBs to ever play. So it's crazy. It changes recruiting for the future, but huge respect to him. It takes one man to start it. Commits to HBCU. I really like that. It's a huge loss for Florida State because their program is not where it used to be, to say the least. But he would have been a huge get. So yeah, he goes to Jackson State. This isn't huge news, but this is cool to me. Mel Tucker at Michigan State, their head coach, he named Tate Meyer. I don't know exactly how to say it, so probably butchering it, but he named him to their 2022 recruiting class, which I think is awesome. Apparently, Tate was a Michigan State fan, so I really think that's cool. That's big props to Mel Tucker and Michigan State. So that's really cool. Texas A&M has the number one recruiting class as of right now. They jumped Alabama, so they were up there already, but jumping Alabama is huge for their recruiting class and for their future. This guy Eli Ricks, he's 1 or 2 in the DB transfers right now. Well, not anymore because he transfers to Bama. Kentucky made a little run at him, but weren't able to pull it off. The big dog Alabama took him. So what can you do, man? And then Max Johnson transferred from LSU to Texas A&M. He was, I want to say his brother is the tight end that committed to Texas A&M, the number 1 tight end in the country. I think. Could be wrong on that, but so that's pretty cool that the brothers are playing together again. So a lot. It's a basketball, but a lot of football signing news for Kentucky. The number 1 JUCO corner, unfortunately, decommitted from Kentucky and went to Mississippi State. DeCarlos Nicholson. I don't hate him for it. It seemed like it was turning that way. Big loss, but after that, we also ended up losing. We were trying to get Chris Bogle from Florida, a edge rusher. He committed to Michigan State, so that hurt as well. But turned around, and got Zah Frazier, a 4-star JUCO corner, which was the number 2, so right behind DeCarlos. So we got him. So it made up for it a little bit. 5-star, 4-star. Depends on the rankings you're looking at. Barian Brown signed to Kentucky. Kentucky flipped an Auburn commit, Jacoby Albert. Kentucky holds on to Alex Afari, which was huge because Cincinnati made a late push to try to get him. He's a 4-star corner out of Cincinnati. A huge commit on signing day from Dion Walker, a D tackle out of Detroit. We snatched him from Michigan, which just sounds crazy. Never thought that would happen for Kentucky. And the biggest news of all, on signing day, I was a nervous wreck. I thought Keontae Goodwin had a bad feeling he was going to flip to Michigan State, but pushes the signing back, ends up committing to the Cats, and that was huge. He's the highest ranked recruit in Kentucky history, I believe. Some rankings had Landon Young up there, which is a Kentucky boy. But yeah, this is huge for Kentucky. It all added up to make this Kentucky's highest ranked recruiting class in school history. That's just awesome. It shows where Mark Stoops is headed. It shows what he's done for this program, and it's just awesome to see it all fold out. But I was gonna have Cade talk about a little football signing for Tennessee, but he's not here, unfortunately. But I do know, the only thing that I do know is Tennessee flipped either offensive lineman or a defensive lineman from Georgia, 4 or 5 star. Good player though, so a huge flip for the Vols. Kentucky football non-signing news: Brad White says no to LSU. LSU had offered him to be their defensive coordinator, and he ends up saying no. So that's awesome of him to say that. It's just really cool to see Brad White say no to a dominant, well-known school like that. Unfortunately, sadly, Josh Ali and Isaiah Epps will not be available for the Citrus Bowl. They were in a car accident, but they're fine. So, I mean, prayers up for them. I don't know if they're injured or what all happened, but let's just keep them in our prayers and hope they heal up from it. And then the big news: Will Levis announces his return to Kentucky for next year. So we said, I think we said it last week. Hendon Hooker, maybe the week before, I don't know. But Hendon Hooker said he was returning. So there's a possibility that the two best quarterbacks in the SEC East will be Kentucky and Tennessee, Will Levis and Hendon Hooker. So that sounds crazy because that's not usual for Kentucky. And it used to be usual for Tennessee, but not as of recent years. But yeah, so that's really cool. Other football news. So we've been talking about coaches. We've been talking about transfer portal. So much has happened. So Casey Thompson from Texas enters the transfer portal. Like we said last week or week before, Quinn Ewers transfers to Texas from Ohio State. Braxton Burmeister, kind of an unknown guy, but he played at Oregon a little bit and then started for Virginia Tech last year. He enters the transfer portal. And last week, Spencer Rattler, during the podcast, transferred to South Carolina. Dylan Gabriel transfers to UCLA. Keaton Slovis transfers to Pitt. Jack Miller from Ohio State transfers to Florida. Bo Nix transfers to Auburn.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Auburn. Transfers to Oregon. Reunites with his offensive coordinator from 2019 at Auburn. Jameer, I'm guessing that's how you say it, Jameer Gibbs, transfers from Georgia Tech to Bama, which I think was the number 1 running back in the transfer portal. Some people say it differently, but he was first-team All-ACC this season. Kenneth Walker declares for the draft and won't play in their bowl game versus Pitt. But then Kenny Pickett also declares and won't play in the bowl game. So both of those teams without their best player. Breece Hall declares for the draft, won't play in their bowl game with Iowa State. And Grayson McCall returns for Coastal Carolina next year. That's a ton of stuff. I mean, it's just all written down. I don't know. There's so much going on. But the biggest things to me is Bo Nix transferring to Oregon. I like the fit. I really do because it's, like I said, reuniting with his old offensive coordinator. And with a new coach, I think it's going to be a good first quarterback for him. That's the biggest news to me. And I'm interested to see how Spencer Rattler does with South Carolina. So that'll be really interesting. And I'm not a huge fan of these guys opting out, but there's a lot of them. A lot of guys opting out. As of right now, there's no opt-outs for Kentucky. I don't think. That's as of right now. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we get them all, and hopefully COVID does not cancel. It's been happening a lot. So a little Kentucky basketball. So Saturday, Kentucky destroyed North Carolina 98-69.
Wow, bro. That's crazy. That's so...
That's Cal's biggest win against North Carolina. Severe Willer bounces back from the Notre Dame game that I was talking about where he didn't play too well. Against North Carolina, he had 26 points and 8 assists, and he won SEC Player of the Week. It was a huge bounce back for him. So we moved up to 20, and then the Louisville game this week was canceled. It was supposed to be right now. So there's rumors that Kentucky or Cal/Kentucky had talked to Gonzaga, Wisconsin, Texas, Florida State, UConn, just a lot of teams, but none were able to happen. So as of right now, the game is being played. I'm making this at halftime. Kentucky's playing Western Kentucky, and it's tough. Western Kentucky has Jamarion. Hope I'm saying that right. Jamarion Sharp, big man for him. He's 7'5", tallest guy in NCAA. He had 6 blocks in the first half. So it's been a tough-ish game for Oscar, but he's already got 11 boards at halftime. So I don't think we're slowing up too much. We're up 9 at half. I'm interested to see how the rest of the game goes. Hopefully the Cats can pull it off. But yeah, I'm interested to see the rest of the game. College basketball news. It's kind of been crazy as of late. Memphis beat number 6 Alabama, which was odd. That was just weird. Creighton upset number 9 Villanova. Number 24 Arkansas loses to Hofstra. Gonzaga beat Texas Tech. That was a good game for Gonzaga. That was a top 25 matchup. Davidson upset number 10 Alabama. So Bama had lost 2 in the last week. And Baylor beats Oregon to stay undefeated. I'm not sure if they played a game since then. I put that in the other day. But so there's 6 unbeaten teams left. This could be wrong because I don't really pay attention to all these teams. But Baylor, Colorado State, LSU, USC, Arizona, and Iowa State. It's been a lot of. I've seen a little bit of Iowa State, seen a little bit of LSU, seen a little bit of Baylor. But the other teams, I have no idea. They could have lost 3 games in a row by now. So I don't really know about that. But yeah, college basketball has been insane. This is one of the craziest signing days, this past one, that I've seen in a long time. It felt really good to get Keontae Goodwin signed. Looking forward to the bowl game. There's been a lot of bowl games. We haven't really done any predictions for them. But yeah, they've been fun to watch because I enjoy being able to watch some football on Tuesday nights. So that's really cool. But yeah, Kentucky basketball took a step in the right direction. I know North Carolina's not what they usually are, but it is what it is. I mean, it's North Carolina. At the end of the day, when you beat a blue blood by 29, it's a good one, no matter how good they are. So yeah, I'm really, really happy about what the University of Kentucky looks like as a whole going forward. Women's basketball isn't that bad. They've been, I want to say they're ranked right now. They've lost a couple not so good losses, but Kentucky football is headed in the right direction. Every single year, just stepping stones. Men, Kentucky basketball headed in the right direction. Cal's kind of changed up his offensive game plans, I guess, since that Notre Dame game, because that was a bad loss. So yeah, I'm really really happy about how everybody's looking. Hopefully Cade will be back next week to let us know his opinions and thoughts on Tennessee as a whole university, as football and basketball. But yeah, so right now it's December 22nd, 3 days away from Christmas. Don't forget the reason for the season, though. Our Savior being born. So God bless you all. Merry Christmas going forward. And Happy New Year. Because I don't know. We should have a podcast next week, but like I said at the beginning, everybody's busy right now. So hopefully we can get one up next week. But yeah, it's been really fun, guys. Thank you all for watching. You all stay safe, enjoy some bowl games, and enjoy some college basketball. So we'll see you all in the next video.